are live. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. We have a very small list for today. All right, you guys. So these are paid private readings that I do on my live stream. If you guys are new here, all the information is in the description box to book. I have a really small list for tonight, and I already have one person pre-booked, so that means I have 4 spots left. So get them while you can. The menu and like which kind of reading you might want, those choices are down below in the description box. And yeah, happy full moon, everybody. I hope that you guys are staying sane and energized. This is the last full moon of the year, which is pretty exciting. A lot of people freak out towards the end of the year. They're like, oh my God, it's already a new year. Like, holy shit. But I honestly could not be more happy to leave 2021 behind. That was such a rough year. So I'm excited to start fresh, and I feel like the moon ending in Gemini is kind of ending with a bang. So all of that. I have this candle that we poured. It's our full moon candle. We're using soy wax. I'm really excited. My candles are finally going to be released this new year, pretty soon, maybe even before the new year. We are going to start off on Etsy before we curate our own website, but we're just getting everything like situated as far as marketing and labels and all that stuff goes. So super excited about that. It's going to be a line of manifestation candles, which I will talk more about, and I will show the actual product on my channel. But in the meantime, we're just having fun pouring candles. All right, so I'm gonna start with Trina, and if you guys wanna book, Paulus will help you out in the chat. You can ask him any question, but most of the information you need will be in the description box below. We are limited on spots tonight. I'm super low energy because of this baby. He's been giving me a really hard time. But we're gonna start off with Trina, which is always fun, and there is a lot of tea that we have to catch up on, Trina, so I was reading it earlier, and I don't know if I'm going to read the whole thing out loud, but I was reading it for my own context. Okay, so you got an 18 plus deck pool and channeled messages. I'm going to kind of read it to myself over just to get the energy, and then I will read the question out loud. Oh my gosh, okay, this boy, I swear. Okay, so your question is, how is he feeling about this? Why did he do what he did? And should you stay or go this time? Because I know this is a deep soul connection and he's my twin, but I'm going back and forth on what to do. Okay. So, yeah, I can't with him either. This made me really mad when I was reading this earlier. And it's funny because, like, he thinks he's slick, too. Like, he thinks that he's, like, sneaky and, like, I don't know. Men are retarded. Like, especially when they... It's like, men are cool, whatever. They're not, like, retarded as a whole, but they can get retarded when they think they're smarter than women. Like, women will always find your fucking Instagram. It don't matter what you block them on. Like, women are like detectives when it comes to that shit. So you can try and hide, but like, no, my friend.
Don't give me that look.
Okay, so there's a King of Swords popping out first, and the Eight of Pentacles. So essentially, he went to New York with this girl, and he like was with her and his family, and they're like all at restaurants and double dating and all this crazy stuff. So I can see like how hurtful that is, and just, you know, more lies, especially upon like his whole self-improvement spiel and like saying he's going to be more honest and more open, and just like none of that happened really. Okay, so we have the Temperance in reverse, Seven of Cups, Nine of Wands, Three of Wands, the Moon, and the Knight of Wands. Okay. So, I mean, definitely with the King of Swords to start, I'm feeling like master manipulator type of energy here. King of Swords is not necessarily a negative suit to get, but in the context of these cards and the situation, you know, he's popping up as a King of Swords in a really negative kind of connotation and way, in that he, you know, here you are and you see what's going on, and here he is thinking he's slick with this other girl, and it's like you're using your finsta and you're kind of looking like in on this. You know, the King of Swords, when he's in a bad, and I'm surprised he didn't come out in reverse, but he is being clarified by the Nine of Wands, which is drama. So definitely like blocked throat chakra vibes, definitely like not telling the full truth. This is like gaslighting vibes, you know, when someone gaslights you and they somehow like make you the person who's at fault. They make you feel stupid about something. And so I just see this person really being in this like scheming kind of energy right now. What's interesting is that he's in a scheming energy still. Like, he still probably thinks, like, how is he feeling right now about this? He still probably thinks he can get you back somehow. And what's interesting is why he thinks that it could have to do with like past patterns and just the fact that like you guys have reunited after some really difficult circumstances, or it could just have to do with the fact that he has like a huge ego. Like, he really feels like he can't do no wrong even when he does all the wrong in the world. So the fact that the King of Swords is upright and not in reverse shows me that he doesn't feel guilty for his actions or behavior. In fact, he feels justified. In fact, if we're going to take this like a step further, and I'd love to psychoanalyze this guy because like on a psychological level he's really fucking interesting to me, he doesn't even recognize his actions as manipulative. This is second nature to him. This is something that he was going to do anyway. So what's hurtful, I think, is that he knows at this point, because you told him you saw, that you've seen this, and he doesn't care. Like, he does not care. With the Eight of Pentacles popping up right after it, which is also fucking interesting, he thinks he can get you back. Like, he thinks that in time, like give it a week, give it 2 weeks, like we'll talk again, like I'll tell her like my sweet nothings, and I'll love bomb her, and I'll tell her I'm gonna work on this. But it's like the 8 of Pentacles popping out, and then just the imagery of this deck, like he's handing her a rose. It's like, no, don't like look away from me, don't like go away from me, like I'll come back to you. So it's this really interesting justified energy where like he literally doesn't see that he did any wrong, and okay, that's fine, that's fair. You're single, he's single. Technically, he didn't do anything wrong. He like went on vacation with the girl. But I think just from a big picture standpoint, you know, what is the point of telling you all these sweet nothings? What is the point of saying you're going to be more honest and transparent and then going around and blocking you and lying and sneaking around? So it's like he doesn't make that connection in his head that he's still like a liar. So it's interesting because he feels so justified in his actions, he also feels justified in coming back towards you. Like he's probably going to give it time, but 8 of Pentacles, it's like he's still in his mind going to like, you know, win you back somehow. And then we have Temperance in reverse. So this is Spirit's way of saying like this has no balance. This connection has absolutely no balance. It's equilibrium, it's access, it's completely off center. This person has like really fucked you over, and all you've done is give them multiple chances. And I think it's interesting that this is kind of like, I think Temperance rules Sagittarius, and you're a Sagittarius, and we're kind of ending the Sagittarius Gemini axis. We're getting out of Sagittarian season in a couple days. So I just think it's very like interesting how this energy is coming to like a, not an end necessarily, but it's coming to like a resolution within your own spirituality, where your spiritual team or spirit is stepping in quite literally and saying like, okay, enough is enough. So as far as like, is it time to go? Like, yeah, I think so. I think you personally have a lot of options with the 7 of Cups. I think he has shown himself to have a lot of fucking options. But I think that you have more options than you realize. And this doesn't just mean love offers, although that is part of it. It just means opportunities like in general. Like there's so many different things you can do with your life and your day and your energy and your time. And there's an abundance of that supply that's coming towards you. Whereas this person is like just feeding drama. Like, and they're just kind of like a vampire in that they suck a lot of your energetic field away, because you are empathetic and you are forgiving and you will give them a second chance and a third one and a fourth one. And they know that at this point they've like incorporated that kind of mentality in their mind so that they can do whatever the fuck they want, because they always know Trina will come back and like be cool with it. So this person is just really circulating in their own low vibration, their own drama. 3 of Wands, like they don't really have a plan for the future with you guys, but they just know that it could be something that it's open-ended, that it will never be like a shut gate. And then we have the Moon, and it's like clarifying Temperance in reverse, this lack of balance, this lack of equilibrium. It's just creating more. Like this is going to put you in a sadness. This is going to put you in a depression if you continue this. And so Spirit is kind of stepping in at this point and like giving you a warning. Like you have to tread lightly and you have to be careful with this person, because at this point, like, you know, they have shown like their true colors out in the open. They feel cool about it too, with the King of Swords upright. And it's like, now you have to play your cards. Like, do you accept this person, or do you fold and say like, nah, I can't deal with this shit anymore? We have the Knight of Wands, so again, going back to opportunity, clarifying the 7 of Cups, like you do have a lot of like fucking love interests as well. Like I said, just opportunity in general at the 7 of Cups, but I do think like some of that represents love interest. So with the Knight of Wands, I feel like you are set. I feel like a lot of people, a lot of different flavors I'm hearing are going to come into your life in the dating world, and you're going to have a lot of options. But I think it's very dependent on releasing this energy, or at least energetically like deciding that this is just beyond repair. So that Knight of Wands came out last, and it came out like at the end of this, because it's almost like dependent on sort of the choices that you make now. We have make the effort, and this is not make the effort in regards to him. This is make the effort in regards to deciding when enough is enough for you. and going towards maybe someone else or something else. We have engagement. So like I said, your love life is definitely going to ascend to higher levels of commitment in other ways, shapes, or forms. With this person right now, I'm getting unrequited love, and I'm getting keep an open mind, which is why I think I was hearing like other flavors because, you know, there might be someone that walks into your life that is like super model-esque, and like maybe you weren't expecting to like be so attracted to them. We have soulmates. So, you know, on one hand, I think, yes, like you guys have a deep soul connection, but, you know, we don't just have one soul connection with someone, and this one's very karmic. And the fact that this is all kind of wrapping up during like a Venus retrograde, which really does represent like karmic relationships, kind of goes to show like what needs to be released so that there can be a new beginning. And I truly feel like you have a higher vibrational soulmate waiting for you, but it's dependent on the choices and the maneuvers that you make now. And dependent on those choices and how you maneuver within your life now is going to set up different pathways and different ways to get towards this new and other person. But I think soulmates is popping out because Spirit doesn't want you to forget that, like, yes, you have a soulmate connection with this person, but it is very karmic, it is very messy, and it is, you know, throwing you off your equilibrium to the point where there's no balance, there's no reciprocation, there's no meeting you in the middle. And that's not all you deserve. Like, you deserve someone to meet you in the middle. And a true soulmate, like a true high vibrational soulmate, makes you a better person and makes you someone that you want to be, and you guys can climb and grow together. So I feel like this card is coming out because on the other side of this mess is where you meet someone who does meet you in the middle. So it's really dependent on like the choices and decisions that you make now. All right, so I'm gonna do your channeled messages from this person. And I got you key. And mark yes, of course. Okay, so channeled messages from this person. Like, what do they have to say for themselves? We have the Moon in reverse, Queen of Wands, Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords in reverse. So definitely like noticing that you block them for sure. Yasmin, I got you. Mark, I'm gonna save that spot for you, which means I'll have one spot left for booking you guys. We have the Ace of Swords, the Seven of Wands. Okay, I might be really old, but what does OFC stand for?
Of course, I think.
Of course.
Or of course. Maybe.
We're both old.
Yeah.
He's older.
Bad.
You are.
Only a few years.
Okay. So we have the Moon in a few years, like 10 years.
Okay, just a little decades.
Okay, so we have the Moon in reverse. So yeah, okay. I feel like, okay. So he's definitely noticing that you blocked him for sure. I got you, Mark. I have one spot left, you guys, for tonight. I don't really know like why you're so upset with me to the point where like you're blocking me again. Like, we've been having problems and we've decided to like, you know, go our separate ways and be single, and I just don't see like what I did was wrong necessarily. And you know, you should always know that I'm there for you. Like even when you block me, and even when you get mad at me and stuff, like I'm always there for you. I'm always gonna be attracted to you. I'm always gonna wanna be with you in some sort of way, shape, or form. That's never gonna change. It's always gonna be the same thing. But you know, I'm not gonna like reject other people because we're not together. It's just, I feel like you don't want to be with me, and there's all this stuff that you want me to do in the meantime. So it's like, I don't know where to go from there. And I don't really know like how to communicate with you to just be open and honest, because when I try to be open and honest, it seems like you're watching my every move, and it's not up to your standards, like how I am. And you know, I only kind of hid this from you and lied about it because I didn't want you to like get hurt, and I also wasn't sure how I had felt yet about this girl. But now it just seems like, you know, this blocking that you did is permanent. Like it feels every time like it's beyond repair, and it feels like every time you're at a distance and you're so far away that it's so like unachievable to like get you back or ask for you. And I really want to get to that point where we can like rebuild our trust for each other, but I just feel like we're constantly going through something, and it's constantly being made impossible. And maybe this is the end. Maybe this is the end of us and the end of where we go from here. But of course, I'm always going to tell you the same thing. Like, I don't want it to be the end. I'll always be there for you. If you do want to talk to me, I will always lend you my ear. And you know, of course I'd want to like come back and be with you. You make me so happy. I don't think I've ever been with someone that has made me as happy as you do, has loved me as much as you do, has made me feel comfortable as you do. Like, I know that we're soulmates in some way, shape, or form, but I just don't know how we're gonna turn over like to a new leaf. It feels like we've been stuck on the same chapter, and it feels like we're not getting anywhere. Like, we're just not successful together, and it always ends up being some sort of drama or some sort of like disaster. And I don't know how to like fix things. I feel like they're beyond repair, and I feel like I can't give you what you want. And you know, and so at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to restrict myself from new opportunities, and I don't want to hide myself from, you know, the possibility of someone new. And I feel like you have a lot of options as well, but you know, I don't know why you don't pursue those options. So it's just overwhelming, and I never know how to like be there for you or how to love you. And I feel like I can only do that from like a very far distance, but sometimes I just feel very trapped in everything. But don't think that I don't love you, and don't think that I'm not attracted to you, and that I wouldn't ever want this to work someday. I just don't know how to make it work right now. All right, so yeah, I mean, I feel like that was very honest. I wasn't getting like a bunch of like he's gaslighting you, telling you what you want to hear. I think he like, again, feels justified that he did what he did, and it like there shouldn't be a problem. But from your perspective, and I think he's just not understanding like your own emotional context, which is kind of an issue. Like, that's called emotional immaturity, when you can't like step into someone else's shoes and understand like why that person was hurt. From your perspective, like I feel like you're very justified in like why you're hurt and stuff. So they're kind of looking at you from a lens of being like really stupid and like blind to feelings and stuff. They're like, well, I was single, so I'm allowed to do what I want. But it's like, that's kind of immature, because you know, from your perspective, like they did say a lot to you, and they were really hurtful and like blocking you, and you know, that whole thing. So really, Spirit is like giving you the laydown and the warnings and stuff, but it's always going to be up to you. That's the beauty of being a human. We have free will. We can make our own decisions, and no matter what decisions we make, I don't really believe in wrong choices. I think every choice leads us into a pathway, and that pathway dictates part of our destiny. And if we're not happy with that destiny, then I guess you could call it a wrong choice. But I don't think that our paths are limited to small just choices. I think that it's collective. There's a lot of decisions and choices that we have to make in order to lead us here or there. So
Jocko would clap if he had. That was a good one.
all right, so I love you, Trina. Thank you so much for joining as always. Definitely stay strong and message me privately and we'll talk. I want to be there for you, but I hope to see you again soon. Stop drinking all my Topo Chico.
Gotta hydrate the Prego. Hydrate the Prego. Very nice. Very nice.
Okay, so I feel I have one spot left, you guys, for the list tonight, and then we are all booked until possibly Tuesday, the 21st. But I have one spot left for tonight. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next person, which is Key. I don't know if that's actually your name. You sent it as Secret Den.
Secret Den.
But if your name is Key, that's really cool. Okay, so let me know what your question is. You got a regular deck pool. And then after I have Yasmin, after Yasmin I have Mark. That's a great name. Let me know what your question is. Love you, Trina. Definitely stay strong. It seems like more better men are coming into your life. They're manifesting. Okay, so regular deck pool, and your question is, where is your connection with your best friend Daniel headed? Oh, okay. Where is your connection with your best friend Daniel headed? We have the Three of Pentacles. Oh, that's such a best friend card to come out. Like if there was ever like a best friend card, it would be Three of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Wands. We have the Six of Cups. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse. We have the High Priestess in reverse. Oh my gosh, it's also a co-worker card. That's so fun because it like shows me that you guys like work together. We have the Ten of Cups. Okay, so these cards are like, feels like the cards are frustrated. All right, interesting. Where is this connection headed? So I feel like, so definitely getting best friend vibes with the Three of Pentacles, also getting like coworker vibes with the Three of Pentacles, because that's always about like collaboration, working together, and being together in the same sphere, whether that's like career, work environment, school environment, etc., etc. So it's kind of like the vibe of you guys are constantly communicating in a very collaborative way, which is really cool because, like, honestly, you guys start off as friends with someone that you're interested in and then get into a relationship because, like, you want to know how you guys communicate, you know? So I feel like I can see the good cards, like I can see the really good stuff, which I'll get to, but there's a lot of blockages in this connection. Now, I don't know where these blockages are coming from, so I'm just gonna guess. We have the Nine of Wands, and that tells me that there could be like a lot going on in this person's life where they're like really struggling, and this could be struggling mentally, spiritually, this could be struggling financially. The nine, I always associate the Eight of Wands with like opinions of other people. And if it was the Eight of Wands, I would be like, okay, this person's afraid of like what their coworkers or their friends or their family might think of the connection between you two. But it's the Nine of Wands, so it's like we're kind of past that worrying about what other people think vibe and more into the like, this person's worried about how they're gonna make this work vibe, if that makes any sense. Oh, he has a girlfriend. Okay, so then there we go. There's the blockage. Because we have the Nine of Wands, and it's like, there's definitely this, how would I make this work? How would we somehow get around this hump? And it's kind of sucks that I'm like calling his girlfriend a hump, but like they are viewing it in that way because right after the Nine of Wands, we have that Six of Cups. So there's a lot of love for you. There's like a lot of like, I want to love this person, support this person for as long as I can. And there's that equal give and take. So this person definitely doesn't want to be like separated from you, especially as friends. And I can see that with the Nine of Wands, that maybe even your friendship has caused relationship drama or turmoil within their own connection. Because maybe you guys do talk every day and the girlfriend is like disapproving of that, but you know, this person has definitely stood their ground on like, they're not gonna not be friends with you kind of thing, but in their head, they're like thinking, I'm not gonna not love them. So they're like playing it off as like, we're just coworkers, we're best friends, blah, blah, but it's like, they actually really have strong feelings for you. With the King of Pentacles in reverse, the sucky part about this is I don't have like the backbone to stand up to whoever this girlfriend is. So I'm getting this person is more on the like reserved, they're very like easygoing, non-confrontative, bear-like person. Like they're really sweet. And I'm getting earth energy, maybe water energy from them, maybe some air energy, but from their girlfriend, I'm getting a lot of fire. So I feel like they're kind of whipped or they're kind of like on a leash. And I feel like they want to like realistically explore this connection with you. And I think they would want to realistically end this connection with their girlfriend, but they literally don't know how they would go about it to the point where it stresses them out. And it stresses them out because they're so like non-confrontative. So it's like they don't want to like stir any drama up. And so we have that King of Pentacles coming out in reverse because it's like they're this like friendly earth sign and like they should have like the backbone to stand up to things because they kind of, you know, earth signs do have it in them, but they're not at their most confident point right now. So exploring the connection seems really difficult at this moment. And by not exploring it with the High Priestess in reverse, every time they hang around you, they feel the connection, but they also feel like they're denying the connection. So it's like very interesting. Like, you know, when you're sent signs from spirit, like 222, like repeated numbers, and you can't ignore it because it's like happening all the fucking time. Every time you turn your head, you're seeing it, and you're like, okay, I literally cannot ignore this sign. You feel it, you feel like that number means something. So for them, it's like every time they hang out with you, like they can't ignore the fact that you guys have an undeniable chemistry and compatibility and connection, but they're like, they have to ignore it for their own, so they can go home in peace and not be like beat up by their girlfriend. So they're like blocking themselves spiritually by not tapping into what you guys have and could have. So it's kind of like doing themselves a disfavor, a disjustice, because like I almost feel like you guys have a very nice soulmate connection to the point where if you did get together, you guys could raise each other's vibrations and ascend and grow, and you know, that's always like the most beautiful archetype of the world, and then you're in that beautiful love vibration, which is like the key to life and blah blah blah. So it's like they're kind of denying themselves of this beautiful path by not entertaining it. Which, like, by not entertaining it, they're trying to keep the peace and be a good person, have good karma. So it's like kind of like a whole web of shit going on in their head. So at the end of the day, 10 of Cups, like they love you like tremendously, and they know that like if everything is meant to be how they think it's meant to be, you guys will end up together. So it's like the only thing that keeps them at peace and sane is the fact that if you guys really do have what they think you have, regardless of them being with someone else right now and feeling kind of trapped in that connection, you guys will end up together. You guys will get married together. You guys will have kids together. So it's like this person does see you at the end of the rainbow. They're just kind of in a situation right now where they feel a little trapped. And with the 4 of Cups coming out as well, it's like they are also afraid of hurting that person. Like they don't want to reject them and then like shack up with you. Like this person is really like, they're like too nice. Like they really don't want to hurt anybody, and it kind of sucks. So it's like sometimes we just have to like, you know, like lay down our foot and stuff, but they really are afraid of doing that. So let me see what your oracle says. Okay, we have getting to know each other. We have trust. So I feel like this situation is calling for you to have trust. Enjoy the connection that you guys have right now, because it's like you do have this very sacred friendship and working relationship. And then we have wedding. So like you never know. Sometimes, you know, this seems like a big block, but it like could be that, let's say they've been going out for like less than a year and then they break up. It's like your relationship with this person could expand a lifetime, and then you guys could be like 80 years old and be like, remember that time when you were dating that girl, fuck you. And like it's just like super cute. So it doesn't really matter like how, you know, it feels like it matters a lot in this present moment, but in the like long scheme of things, it doesn't really matter what's happening at this moment. We have come to the edge. Aw, we have orphan, soulmates, and clean it up. A lot of oracle came out for you. So yeah, I feel like this person is working on cleaning this up. I think they're very aware of it, because we do have a lot of these cards in reverse, meaning they're coming out of the energy of feeling trapped. They're coming out of the energy of being afraid of rejecting someone. So they're coming out of that energy into a new energy, which hopefully is like, okay, you know, enough is enough. And then we have orphan. I think they're also afraid of losing you in spite of this connection, because they're starting to really realize like your connection. And then soulmates. I definitely think you guys are soulmates for sure. All right, Keith. So thank you so much for joining the live. I appreciate you. I really hope that resonated. Definitely stay in touch and stay in tune so I can like check up on this and your situation. But thank you so much for joining. It was good to see you. I'm going to move on to the next person. You're so welcome. Okay, so the next person is Yasmin, who got an 18 plus and channeled messages. And I feel like something else. I feel like channeled oracle as well. Okay, so your crush is driving you crazy. I'm too scared to show my feelings, and I'm not sure how he feels. We hang out still, but now I'm thinking the whole situation's in your head and you're projecting. So what's going on? Because I'm single and I have other options, but I'm stuck on him. Okay. Okay, coworker. So we have the Empress. We have the Hierophant. We have the King of Cups. Whoa, these cards are just flipping out. Oh, that's really cute. Okay, we have the High Priestess. Man, I can't wait to smoke a joint when this movie is out. We have the High Priestess, a 7 of Pentacles. These are really significant cards for sure. Is the situation in your head? So I could see how if you're like smoking a ton of weed with someone, you could feel like it's in your head, but it's not, it's in the cards. Okay, so how does this person feel about you? They definitely are so attracted to you. They are actually kind of beside themselves and not like you're in their and like you're talking to them or you're giving them the time of day because they feel like you're so far out of their league. Like the Empress is hanging out with me, the Empress is talking to me. What? Like they're enjoying every second of it, but they're totally like in just like trying to play it cool. So I could see how them trying to play it cool is them kind of suppressing their feelings a little bit because they don't want to like overshoot their shot or talk too much. Like they're trying to like act like a thug and be like like they have it under control and shit, but they're really like not in control of it. They think you're so sexy, so attractive. They love your sense of style. They think you're brilliant too because we have that High Priestess with the Empress, and whenever those two come out together, it means you're like a spitfire. You're really smart and intellectual, and that's something they really enjoy. So they might really love talking to you or hearing like your thoughts and stuff. They think you're a very creative person. They also think you're super like mysterious and that like you might not walk around like I'm God's gift to earth, but like they are like, okay, she's gotta know that she's hot as fuck. Like they think that you have all the confidence in the world. They think you know exactly how to play this, you know exactly what you're doing, you know exactly how to tease. So they're kind of like a little intimidated, I think, is also the energy by you. Like they're trying to act like a player, but you're like playing them at their own game, basically. And you might even be not doing that, and like it might be unintentional, but you just come off as so put together that it like really intimidates the shit out of them. But it's also the same thing that attracts them towards you. With the Hierophant, they definitely fantasize about being in a relationship with you. This person's kind of like a teddy bear. I'm getting that they're kind of bigger and like maybe even taller than you and stuff. But like a bear, kind of like a bear vibe. I don't know, I'm getting that. Hierophant, I'm just getting that they are really like a commitment person. They're not like a hit it and quit it type of person, although they'll try and act like it. I don't even know if they'll try and act like it, but they are trying to act super in control. This person does fantasize about being in a relationship with you. They have a lot deeper feelings for you than they are letting off. That is your typical King of Cups. He's someone who is very stoic. He's super emotional. He has a lot of thoughts, a lot of feelings, but he's not gonna like show them very easily. And part of that is just insecurity, I think, like being afraid of expressing themselves. The King of Cups is not always the best at communication. He's not always the best at like, this is how I feel, blah, 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 blah. I think right now he's just enjoying your friendship together and feeling like this friendship is laying down some sort of foundation. They might be very slow to warm. I'm getting Cancer from them, or Scorpio vibes, Pisces. I'm getting Cancer. They're very slow to warm, and like they know that they fall hard. So when they let someone in their life, they have to really take their time with it. So Seven of Pentacles, I feel like they want to entertain this as like a casual smoke and chill type of friendship, but it's not so casual to them. They're actually trying to like build trust and like get to know you more. This person really doesn't want to screw this up. 10 of Wands in reverse, clarifying the Hierophant, because their end all be all is to be in a relationship with you somehow. They're just really bad at opening up. 4 of Pentacles, clarifying that King of Cups. They're just like kind of guarded, and they have their own like issues with trust. And I don't know if they're like a parent of divorce. I'm hearing like single mother, and like if they're a Cancer or have Cancer in their chart, like them boys have mommy issues anyway. So if he did watch his mom like be single his whole life, then he is very like hard, like he doesn't trust very easily, and you know, is trying his best to be very respectful. So I just feel like, you know, he is just trying to take every moment the way it comes, like just trying to enjoy the moment. Because at the end of the day, with the Sun clarifying the High Priestess, he is very happy in your presence. You have a very warm and beautiful presence to him, and he is still getting to know you. And because you're so mysterious, he feels like there's still so much yet to like get to know. And like you're not, it's like funny because she has an open book in this imagery, but the High Priestess is not an open book like by any means. And so he's like trying to like read your pages, and he's trying to get to know you, and it might feel like it's taking forever, like this is just taking forever, but I think they're just, you know, a little hesitant to move forward. And it's not hesitant because they don't have those feelings or that attraction towards you. It's hesitant because they feel like they need to know more about you. So I don't know if this is like a cue for you guys to maybe play 20 questions randomly. Like that would be a cute little thing where like you guys are smoking and be like, hey, let's play 20 questions, and you guys ask each other random questions, but like spend like a little bit of time in a casual flirty way giving him information about yourself, because I think he's trying to like collect it over time, but he's like not very good at it. So just kind of like go take that first step, you know? We have flirt. We have children. So he has a very broken inner child, and part of having that broken inner child and like how he was raised is why you guys have this attraction to each other. Not that you have a broken inner child, but that you are a healer or an empath, which I just assume naturally, because healers and empaths tend to gravitate towards me and my channel and tarot in general. So you have a very healing and comforting presence, and that soothes a part of him that was very hurt during childhood. And that's why he thinks like amongst, you know, being so attracted to you, that you would be a good partner for a relationship. But because of that little inner child wound, you know, he does have a tough time opening up and kind of needs someone to take those cues. We have engagement. So yeah, maybe engage in some sort of like fun little game. Like, hey, let's play 20 questions, or hey, like you haven't told me too much about like how you grew up, or like, I don't know, just ask him questions and he'll reciprocate, and you'll be surprised like where that could all lead. But it could do a lot in just one day of like forming trust for each other. We have go the distance. So you're getting that green light from Spirit saying go the distance. This is something that you definitely can like entertain and make work. Like you do have other options, but Spirit seems to like favor this one for you. We have deep knowing. I think you already have a deep knowing with High Priestess as well, that this is a connection that could be really fulfilling for you guys. Okay, so let's do some channeled messages, and then I think you also got channeled oracle, which is like right there. Yeah. So I'm gonna pull a channeled oracle first, thank you. Ah, we have I stalk you. So they might be peeping your your Instagram story, just you in general. We have yes. Spirit's like, yes, go for it. I need more reassurance from you. I value you so much and you inspire me. I want to take you to Disneyland. I don't know if you guys live near Disneyland or they just think that'd be a really cute thing. You are so mysterious, so there you go. This person wants to know more about you and I need your touch. So some they might, I don't know, maybe, I don't know where you guys are at right now in the connection, but maybe it's you guys are both so nervous around each other, you haven't even touched their arm or their hand. Maybe a little flirtatious, touch their arm or something like that. So yeah, this person, they're definitely interested in you. We have luck, the luck card. I put this in on purpose because it just is Spirit's way of saying this is a good connection. It's a lucky connection. So yeah, let's do your channeled messages and let's see what this person would say to you. Okay, what would this person say to you? This person is thinking instead of smoking, because y'all be smoking and then you both get in your head. They're damn, maybe we should get a drink and chill out and lower our inhibitions a little bit, because I know with smoking weed it's you think way too much, or am I being I got this fool high on one of our second dates and he was the one who saw the joint in my purse. I wasn't gonna push on him because I know how awkward people get when they smoke weed. And he was like, oh, you smoke? Let's smoke. And so we smoked and he got so awkward. I thought something was wrong. And then the next day he told me how high he was. So it's not, I love weed when I'm not pregnant, but it's not the best remedy for getting to know somebody. So I'm just hearing from him he would love to get a drink with you. Okay. I really want to explore this with you. I've been wanting to kiss you for a really long time and I'm nervous that if I kiss you I will ruin this whole thing, but I'm more afraid of fucking this up than I am of starting anything or taking the first step. I kind of want to get a drink with you and just see where things go, and I don't know, I want to do it in a polite way. I don't want to take advantage of you, not that kind of drink, but more a just let's get a drink, like a date kind of thing. But I don't know, you make me super nervous and I'm trying to be very polite and I want to be a proper gentleman because my mom raised me better than that, and I'm a relationship person at the end of the day. I don't want to come off as a player or someone who just wants you for sex. That's definitely not it. I just want to go at this the right way without being too overbearing or codependent, and I'm really a romantic at heart. I want to get you flowers and pick you up and take you out on a date kind of thing and do things the right way. And I feel so far we've just had chill friendship kind of vibes. I'm not usually this casual where you're just in my car talking. I would actually like to be more formal and you know, plan something out with you. But I don't really know how you feel about me. I'm trying to scope it out, but I just feel like I would be like, I don't know, I get really nervous before I'm supposed to like ask you to do something, and like, and then you're like always looking really good and looking really sexy, and then that makes me even more fucking nervous, because like I'll come in with a plan and then I'll see you and I'll be like, well shit, I don't know. So it's kind of this vibe of like me trying to make this like trying to manifest more with you, but I keep fucking it up in my head basically. But yeah, I do see me being with you in the long term. I don't know how you feel about that, or you know, how you've been in your past relationships, like if you've gotten hurt really badly, or if you like don't trust men or trust people. But I want to be that person that like reinforces your hope and makes you feel special and makes you feel protected and makes you feel loved. And you know, I think you're really a beautiful woman, and I think you're worth all the effort in the world. And if you gave me that chance, I promise I wouldn't fuck it up. But I get really in my head and in my feels, and I don't really always know what to say at the right time, but it doesn't mean that I don't want to say it. I would put a lot of work into this connection if you would just maybe go on like a first date with me. All right. So that was your channel messages from your person. I got like such knots in my stomach while I was doing that. So I feel like this person just gets like knots in their stomach, in their throat. It's like hard for them to like, they get really fucking nervous, like palms sweating, that whole thing. All right, so thank you so much, Yasmin. I really hope that resonated. Definitely keep me updated on the situation. Let me know. I love you and appreciate you. And I will see you hopefully at the next live. I'm going to move on to the next person, which is Mark, who got an 18 plus. Can I have a regular one?
Regular what? You want a little break, baby?
Hmm?
You want a little break? Him and I, we can take over. No?
Hi, love. Welcome, welcome. All right, so we're going to move on to Mark, which is an 18 plus with timeline cards. So he wants to know his next sexual encounter. Next sexual encounter. Thank you. We have the High Priestess. We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Cups. We have the Hermit. The Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Cups in reverse. Justice in reverse. And the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so immediately what I'm getting. I feel like your next sexual encounter is gonna be with someone who is actually gonna leave you with a lot of questions. Someone like you feel is really mysterious, that you didn't actually really know that well. Like it's almost like you know, they came, they left, and then you're like, wait, what happened? There's kind of this energy of like, who was that person? Like, I feel like I didn't even get a chance to know them. And I feel like this is someone you could meet on a dating website or a area where there's a lot of options with that Seven of Cups popping up there. And the reason I say dating website is because I think automatically it goes toward, like, goes home, like this person meets you at your home or something. because we have the Hermit and we have the Ten of Pentacles. We have a lot of these like comfort cards. So I don't really think that you guys will be meeting at like a public space getting a drink kind of vibe. I think this is like you're gonna hook up with this person, they're gonna come to your house, and that's where this is gonna happen. And you might meet this person in an area where there's a lot of options, and I don't think that area is like in public necessarily. I feel like it's a dating site or a dating app or something of that nature. But I feel like this person is gonna really like kind of knock the wind out of you. Like, who was that person? They're kind of gonna be really good, like sex, really kind of sensational in their own way, but they're like so mysterious, and you're just like, what? And you feel like you don't know them at all, and you feel like you have more questions than you did before they came. I feel like you guys will like order food or eat together, maybe like light some candles or something. I think it'll be kind of romantic. I do see this going down on the couch of some sort, so like you guys getting freaky on the couch. I feel like there's gonna be like a lot of kissing involved, and just like kind of like a Netflix and chill kind of moment type thing. But I feel like your next sexual encounter is gonna be less about feelings and more about just sex, and like a kind of romantic way, like not super romantic, but just like a good amount of comfort involved. Maybe there's a fire going on, fireplace, something about that. But I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles popping out, like you're gonna have this wonderment about this person after the fact. It's not necessarily gonna come beforehand, but it's gonna come after the fact. Like, wait, who was that person? And when can we hang out again? And like, you know, you're just gonna be like, what? Like, I wanna get to know them. So I feel like this is gonna kind of happen in like the privacy of your home. And yeah, this person could be very curvy. They have really beautiful facial features, really long hair I'm seeing. This is someone who might even have like wear lingerie or be really interested in lingerie. I do feel like a lot of this is gonna go down on the couch. I feel like it's also gonna like maybe even go down in front of a mirror of some sort. Like you get to like see each other. This person could dress really nicely as well. We have trust. So Spirit's like, trust, this will happen. Juicy next sexual encounter. We have flirt and you deserve love. So it's like, message in a bottle. Okay, so message in a bottle and then breathe. So this could be happening fairly soon. We're gonna pull the timeline cards, but with message in a bottle, it's kind of like saying you might get this message, and I'm assuming it's like on a dating app, or I'm assuming it's like, you know, it's on a dating app or something like a dating website, because they're gonna like message you or DM you, or maybe like via Instagram or something. Okay, let's see. When will this next sexual encounter happen? Oh shit. We have very soon. So very soon. And look, we have like lots of different, we have like 2 years, 2.5 years, and you got very soon. So very soon to 1 month. All right, so this could be happening like very soon. And I feel like this person is gonna be maybe even spiritual as well, and that's like what's gonna initially kind of like draw you guys towards each other and attract you guys to each other. But it's almost like set up even from spirit, because we have a lot of imagery of Cupid like poking you with an arrow. So keep your eyes out, because this new year I feel like a juicy sexual encounter is coming for you. All right, Mark, thank you so much for joining. I love you, I appreciate you. I hope that resonated. Definitely keep me posted on this, because I want to know more, especially after the fact, like after you meet this person. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining the live. It was really short and sweet. I will be going live again on Tuesday before, you know, the holidays before Christmas. So if you guys wanted a personal reading for Tuesday and wanted to get on a pre-booking list, then let me know. I can book you now, or I can book you via Instagram at Samantha James Tarot, which is where I make a lot of my live announcements. So you'll know when I'm going live, and I'll post the menu and when you guys can choose what kind of reading you want. This was really short and sweet. I wanted to hop on and say hi to everyone, but this full moon is draining me. Like, my energy is just ugh. But oh, I'm so glad, Mark. Well, that one sounds juicy, so you're gonna definitely have to keep me posted on that one. But I think that is it for tonight, you guys. Baby is kicking me so much right now, and I need to lay down. But I am going live again on Tuesday before Christmas, before the holidays, and I'll probably be in a different energy because it won't be such a draining full moon, which is like sucking the life force out of me. But stay tuned. I also am going to be broadcasting my manifestation candles, which I'm very excited about. We are going to be launching it on Etsy before we launch it on our own personal website, because we do want to get it out there for the new year, because it's just like a perfect New Year's resolution to start manifesting love, or manifesting abundance and prosperity. My favorite is manifesting protection using black and using white candles, and manifesting new beginnings, because there is nothing better than like releasing the old and shedding your skin of the old, and then, you know, welcoming in the new. And there's nothing more New Year-y about that than that. So I hope you guys relax and take it easy. Do some little manifestations tonight. My suggestion is like a hot shower, because it just feels so good. But I love you, and hello Neji, I love you and all of you, and I will see you guys very soon.